Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. I had to really go in on this title. There's actually a double entendre within this title, so hear me out. Because I could have titled this two different ways, double entendre. And I realized those two different ways had two different meanings. So, for starters, the original title of this was going to be Her Monogamy is Monopoly. But then it could have also been titled Her Monogamy is Her Monopoly. So let's go in on both scenarios because this is all one and in the same. And it really reflects what's going on in society right now as we speak with a lot of the lesser feminine. Because the greater feminine ain't doing none of this type of stuff, right? Excuse me, y'all. So I accidentally hit my hand on the desk. That wasn't on purpose, even though, yeah, let's do that on purpose now. No knocking on wood on that one, but we just let's stamp this down, man. Let's really get going with this topic here. So, for starters, her monogamy is monopoly. So, simply from the standpoint of, I guess there's this what they call reverse hypergamy, sort of. And of course, I'm a big antagonist towards hypergamy at this channel. But in a sense that, yeah, she wants a guy that all the gals want, only for them to never be able to have him when she gets him. So that's the reverse. You just heard it all in one sentence. I'll repeat it once more. She wants a guy that every gal wants, only for her to make sure that none of them be able to get him once she is able to get him. And ain't that monopoly for you, in a sense? You want to take over the whole town. Ain't that what the game is about? The monopoly board? You want to take it over. You want to take him over to where none of them can have access. And that's the biggest flex a lot of these girls have. Monogamy is a big flex for a lot of these chicks. And so that ties right in with the second title. Monogamy is her monopoly. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's get back to her monogamy is monopoly. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, the way she does this is try to make it seem like, yes, seem like she could be everything this guy could ever want. She could be everything this guy could ever want. A lot of it is too good to be true. A lot of love bombing takes place. A real woman actually doesn't try to love bomb him. Not to say she doesn't love him, but it's just in the sense that I am who I am. I will be towards you the best that I can be. And hopefully you will in time have love for me. But I'm not going to say that with everything that I can do for you, you'll fall in love with me instantly. No, a real woman is more humble than that. She wants him to love him over a certain amount of time anyway for it to be more genuine, you know, more real and natural, organic, if you will, authentic. Yeah. When it seems like it's just too much of what she is at once, and then he quickly gets over there to her, and then look at what happens. All that was cap. What does he do? He's stuck, especially if he ends up getting her pregnant. But if it ain't the baby, it's her making him go crazy in other ways, right? And so all these girls were like, dang, look at what she did to him. you know? Then a lot of them would be singing that song, I Can Love You Better Than She Can, the Mary J. Blige song. Of course, that same particular chick was thinking the same way with her reverse hypergamy, even though she was lying about any type of love that she would have for him, let alone the love she had to give to him. But that was just her flex of being able to get him, and nobody else would be able to, and he'll only be focused on me. He ain't gonna want to be one to think that other women out there are attracted to him. I am his center of attention and I determine who he is now. She starts gaslighting him and he forgets how handsome he is. I'm like, well, I guess from what it sounds, he didn't have to do too much to get you. You did so much for him. But you make it seem like now he could never do anything as a man. But not to digress, because I can go further into that topic. I want to keep it brief and short, let y'all troubleshoot and brainstorm. Let's go off to the second aspect of her monogamy is her monopoly. Yeah. So her monogamy is her monopoly because this is to where she stays on top. This is how she stays on top, you know, by, I guess, in a sense, not be too worried about how attractive this guy is towards other women. She kind of comes off very toxic in some ways to where his focus has to be on her, especially if he's a caring kind of guy, right? He ain't toxic. Okay. I'm gonna just say it. He's not toxic. So he's gonna care. He's gonna wonder why she acting like that. But over time that could throw him off to where now he's focused on her being a certain way. And then he loses sight on all the other women that are attracted to him who probably would never treat him the way that this particular chick has been treating him. Okay. So for her, monogamy is her trump card because she has to be this way in order for guys to have any type of attention towards her. She tries to be this person that she never was to try to get a guy to do everything to be with her and only her. But by the time he gets with her, he gets nothing. She ends up using him and off she goes, moving on to the next guy. And so she does this, one of the oldest tricks in the book, as the old ladies of that type would say, or maybe some reformed ladies or some ladies that knew their sister was playing that kind of game on other guys. Like, she'd be like, nah, she talking about she don't share, but no, she using you to only be focused on her while she is doing other things. It's the oldest trick in the book, son. So what you have to do is not be so focused on her until she's focused on you. Then there's that reciprocation that takes place. And even then, she realizes she has to maintain that unconditional love for you because otherwise it's conditional. And it goes back to that monopoly game. Hopefully someone gets this. If it resonates to you, feel free to give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more of this type of content. Thanks a million.